Hi, I'm Breanna,
And I'm Jenna,
and this is the Girls Are Talking podcast.
We're gonna tell you a little bit more today about us, who we are, and how we met. So, did you wanna take us away?
So, what do you want to hear?
Like, who is Bree?
Who's Bree? I'm a student currently. I'm going for my Bachelor of Paralegal Studies. I'm an eyelash technician. I have hobbies being reading, journaling, walking. Like, I like going out on walks, like a good hike. Between my boyfriend and I, both our families have trailers, so in the summer we're always out and about doing something of the sorts.
Yeah.
He's really into fishing, so naturally we're on the water a lot, and I have a paddle board, and I like spending the summer doing that.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Tell me a bit about you.
Right? It's so difficult to come up with the most interesting things or specific things about you. But I'm 22. I own a salon in Bowmanville, which is how Bree and I met, but we'll kind of dive a little deeper into that. So, I do lashes as well, spray tanning, all that sort of thing. And then I'm also a student, so I'm doing my ECE currently, um, which is also online. So it's nice because it gives me a good flexible balance between this and school. And my hobbies are cooking and baking. I love to read, and I also ride horses occasionally. And that's probably the most interesting trailer. And my boyfriend and I, we just bought a trailer this past fall as well. So we got a good couple trips in towards the end of the season, and then we have a couple this year pre-booked that we're really really looking forward to. So
Where did you guys end up booking? Give me the list.
so our first trip is just to Two Rivers in Algonquin, which is a staple we do a couple of times a year. We'll go to Algonquin, but we're gonna take our moms for Mother's Day. So
Fun.
yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And then we have, what's the order here? We have Letchworth is our second book trip right now for our anniversary in New York. And then we have Tobermory, so
That's
that will be
awesome.
the August long weekend. And then yeah, so that's kind of what we have going on the roster right now. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Tobermory was one of my favorite family trips we ever did.
yeah, we're really excited. It's one that we have both really wanted to go to. So
Yeah.
that was our big one we wanted to do, but we didn't get the memo of we had to be on at February 2nd at 8 a.m. to book, but it apparently that happens really fast, so we
Yeah.
didn't get um in any of the parks, so we're staying still in the area in a trailer park, a private
We had
park.
to do the same thing.
So yeah.
Yeah, we didn't stay in a park when we went either. We stayed same thing, like a RV kind of
Yeah,
campground.
which I'm excited for. I feel like it'll still be the same fun. So
Totally. Yeah.
yeah.
And Tobermory, it's the parks there are beautiful, but you really want to be out and about, you know?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So
Do you think you guys will scuba dive?
I don't know. I didn't know that was well, I guess that's where they do the shipwrecks and stuff.
Yeah,
Or
it's
is
all
that Thousand
underneath.
Islands?
No.
No, that's Tobermory.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
can
I
go to
want to
Flower
do.
Pot Island, and then you can see the shipwreck underneath it and
Yeah,
everything, so you can go scuba diving and look at it.
I wanted to do. I was looking at doing the glass boat tours as well.
That's fun. Yeah.
So
That's a really cool idea.
so hopefully we'll look into doing that sort of thing, and
Yeah.
then at Letchworth they do, or so we've heard, they'll do hot air balloons. But I don't know
Whoa.
if they run at a specific time. I know they do them in the fall,
Okay.
but I don't know about the summer and stuff. I don't know if it's a specific weekend or thing they do it for.
Yeah.
But I just know that that's a popular thing to do there. So we've
That's
said
really fun.
if we get the opportunity, we'd want to do that. So
Cool.
yeah.
I'd be so scared.
Really?
Yeah, totally. I have such a big fear of heights.
Yeah, heights don't really bother me.
No.
No.
No, remember the Sky Bridge?
Yeah.
The first big roadie I ever did on my own. Well, I was with my boyfriend, but he was like, "You need to learn how to drive." Made me drive to Niagara Falls, and I literally had to pull over on the side of the Skyway because I didn't want to do the bridge.
I feel like that's a popular fear is bridges. But I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of the time too, it's people afraid of water.
I think it's heights more for me. The
Yeah.
water freaks me out too, because like if you fall in, like that would be horrible.
Yeah.
But like I think it's the falling that
Yeah.
scares me more. I don't know. It just really freaked me out. Like I was literally like shaking.
Yeah, heights don't really bother me. So I think I'd be excited to do it.
Yeah, I'd be
We'll
so
see.
scared.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It
just don't know
would be
when they
beautiful
run
though.
it. Yeah. They say they call Letchworth the what do they say? It's the Grand Canyon of the East or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, cuz it's kind of like a Walmart version of the Grand Canyon.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, it's really pretty. So that trip is probably the one I'm most excited for. Yeah, I think like our hobbies too are like so similar, and I
Hmm.
feel like that's like kind of played a big role in like how we first met or like
Absolutely.
met or became friends. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like when
Just grandma hobbies. Grandma
yeah,
core.
because like, we met at, well, what, that would have been 2.5, 3 years ago now.
Hmm.
So yeah, like we would have been, I feel like at that age where like that's maybe not so popular.
Yeah, all my
But
friends are just out partying and I'm in my bed reading my book.
yeah, so I think we really bonded over that, which
Yeah.
played a big role. So on that note, I guess we'll tell you a little bit about how we met. Do you want to take this way? Do you want me to take this way?
Well, I guess like so yeah, about 3 years ago, I was going through like a transitional period in a job that I was working, and I decided that I wanted to leave. So I ended up looking for a position here,
Mm-hmm.
and then
But also, like, I had messaged you a couple times
yeah.
too.
Hmm.
So,
But so it's funny because she first messaged me when I was like a baby tech. So I didn't really like, I thought you guys were rentals.
mm-hmm.
So I was scared because I was like, that's a little too big for my boots.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know about like, I just wasn't sure how I'd fit kind of into that dynamic at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't really open minded to that just because I had some like idea already in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I did that to myself, but
No, but like you have to go through like,
the stages.
yeah,
Yeah,
like who knows, like maybe if you wouldn't have taken your time to like come to us, like, like you still gain different experiences, different
absolutely.
places.
Yeah. And I'm always so appreciative of all the time I've spent at different little spots and whatnot. But yeah, I ended up, yeah, Jenna had messaged me a few times trying to get me over here. And then I was looking for something else and I just thought I'd reach out and see if like anything had kind of changed around here and whatnot, like what the dynamic was looking like. And it ended up being a really good fit. So I applied and then had an interview and got hired.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah.
And then so we probably worked together for like, what would you say, like a couple months before we really even like,
I'd say at least a good four, well, because the cottage was like winter time and I started working here like right before the summer.
okay.
Like,
So a good couple months like where we just kind of had like a work relationship.
like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, so we didn't really like bond on anything other than like a regular kind of work relationship.
Yeah. And there at the time too, the studio was in a place there were so many more staff members here too,
Yeah.
where it was really like we didn't really talk a whole lot because we
No.
were just kind of like there were so many people. Like
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
we had different spaces at the time too. I was more upstairs and Jenna had her own room and
Yeah.
I do nails too, so I was like out here more. So
Yeah.
we just like honestly didn't really like
Yeah, the opportunity didn't really like present
yeah.
itself too much to kind of like formulate a relationship outside of that. Um and then we slowly just kind of started like more like making the effort to kind of like chat here or there.
Yeah.
And I remember one night in like specific where I think like our friendship really started. Um, you were learning to do nails. I think you were learning to do nails, and I think that night you were doing my nails. It
Okay.
might have not been the Scream set, but like I think,
Insert here.
yeah.
Jump scare.
But like I think you were like, I think that's kind of maybe what was going on. But
Okay.
anyways, it was just us here like late, and we were both kind of like, I think like the energy in the room, like you were going through some things, I was going through some things,
Yeah.
and anyways, you get two girls going through some things in a nail appointment, and it's gonna come out.
Mhm.
um but yeah, like we just kind of instantly felt comfortable with each other and like confided in each other. And also like I think we both like when you say like outsider's perspective, sometimes when it's your close friend, it's really hard to be like an outsider's perspective. But
Yeah.
I find like with you and I in our different like situations, like it was truly an outsider coming to you and being like validating you and being like, no, like I see that this is happening.
Yeah.
So I think we just instantly gravitated towards each other because it was kind of like that, like I said, like that like validation and like safe
Yeah.
space. And
I
then
really believe it's so strong to use your voice. Like,
yeah,
there's times you have to speak up even when it's kind of uncomfortable.
yeah,
And, like, I really think it can be uncomfortable sometimes, like, having those conversations.
mm-hmm,
But I think, like, obviously for us, it turned out well, right? And I think
yeah,
sometimes putting yourself out there and really using your voice to just, like, speak your truth and the things that you're seeing
mm-hmm,
and whatnot, like, I think that needs to happen more, you know?
mm-hmm. I think exactly what you said because I think there, like, if you're thinking something, there's like a reason,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
So, anyways, yeah, we just kind of like instantly hit it off. Started hanging out a little bit
Hmm.
here and there. Took a little vacay cottage trip,
Girls
and
trip.
then yeah, the rest is history. Like we ended up introducing the boys to each other on December 23rd, right? Because it was the night before Christmas Eve because I had that Christmas Eve party
Okay,
and
hear
then
me out.
fell and couldn't go.
I think that was the second time. I think the first
I
time the
don't
boys
think
met
so.
was when we went to One Eyed and we got dinner.
Is
Cause
that
that
before or after?
I think that was before. That was like right when we got home from the cottage, I believe.
Oh,
And then I
okay.
think they hit it off, and that's why I was like, "Hey, you guys should come over." Cause
Oh,
I
okay.
like,
Because I thought it was we went to Courtyard with the boys that night, and then you guys were going to your friend's place, who Andre just so happened to know,
yeah.
and then we were like we're just gonna invite ourselves, like let's
Oh
go.
wait, I thought you were talking about like the. Wait, so did that party get brought back to Marshall's? I can't
No,
remember this.
just we were there, and then me, you, like just Andre and I came over and stayed at Marshall's, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that was on the 23rd because the 24th was when I had that Christmas Eve
Yeah.
party and I fell on Marshall's stairs. Thank God for my super puff because I
Saved her life.
actually would have been dead now.
That was crazy.
It was crazy. But my
Yeah.
wrist hurt so, like I fell on my wrist and then I was panicking because I had that Christmas Eve party and you had to go do my one client I had that morning because I thought my wrist was broken. Probably had something going on with it, but yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that was the first time. Maybe it wasn't. But long story short, like our boyfriends just like hit it off too.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of like the rest is history.
I think too, like the boys have like really similar hobbies as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
Like they both like the outdoor stuff and whatnot. And her and I both do too, but to different degrees. Like my favorite is when we can just go to the cottage and you and I can go read and then they can go fish and keep each other busy.
Yeah. Except yeah, because I don't trust you with a goddamn fishing rod after that little stunt you pulled. So should I just tell this story? So the boys are fishing, whatever. And I'm laying on the dock reading. Bree is, and
I was
she's
fishing.
yeah, but
Oh,
so we're
sorry.
laying there reading, and then she decides that she's gonna be some like fisherman, right? So she goes and she grabs a rod, and I said, and I was okay. We were reading on a separate dock because I was like, I don't like being around like the fishing rods are flying around like it's a no. So she comes over with this fishing rod, and I'm like, no, get off. Like, you're gonna stress me out. You're not fishing here. And she's like,
Yeah.
what? So she takes this fishing rod and she's like, I'm laying on my stomach reading in my bathing suit, and she's like dangling it over my butt, and she's like just being an ass, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna catch one, I'm gonna catch you, right? Well, does she not literally hook my butt? And then she's like freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, don't pull it, right? So now she's like holding the rod and it's literally hooked to my butt. And anyways, we ended up getting it unhooked.
I just pulled it.
Yeah, and I was like, I just pulled it.
I'm
So
such a
now
jerk.
I just don't trust being around you in a fishing rod after that little stunt.
Yeah. Can we talk about my favorite cottage memory though from last summer?
What?
when we thought we were gonna do our big one and we were gonna do this canoe excursion,
Stop.
but the water was so busy this day, so it was like getting
It
really
was like
wavy.
it was a long weekend.
There were like
It was
skidoers.
the August September long weekend, so it was busy.
Yeah, there was this one guy on a skidoo who like tried to kill us, and I was just like, "Fuck this! I'm so over this." So we were paddling, and then we were like, "Okay, get the boys to pick us up," because we were gonna go to what is it called, Millie's,
We
where that cafe place where it has like a dog that looks like Millie on it.
yeah, but it's called some
Chantilly's.
Chantilly's, yes.
Yeah, so there's this really cute place you can go get like some snacks, dessert, food, whatever.
Yeah.
Super fun. But it's a good paddle away. So we were like, okay, we're not paddling back. The boys are going to come get us. And then we all had ice cream together. It was so fun. And then the boys tied us to the back Andre's boat in our canoe.
In
And
his
then
like aluminum fishing boat. In my canoe, like Andre got it for me for a couple birthdays ago. Like it's a big canoe.
it
Like
is, yeah.
it's a big berth
And
of a
it's
canoe.
plastic too. So it's like heavy.
Yeah, so heavy. So then they were like what pulling us in the we'll have to like insert like the photo of this.
That was so crazy. I can't believe we didn't tip.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was actually so much fun, but
Yeah.
I'm really shocked we didn't fall in.
I know, and we had our phones and stuff too, but
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good day.
Yeah. We went tubing, but like redneck style.
Yeah, and it was so funny because like everybody else who was actually tubing was just like side eye looking at this, like what is going on over here?
Yeah. Is
Oh
that
dear.
water safe?
Right?
Yeah, that was so much fun. We need to go to the cottage.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for the summer. Okay, today was a good day because today was the first day I opened my sunroof. And it's still kind of cold, but the sun was shining, so it made it warm.
Yeah.
And then cranking the heat, like that's, yeah, it was good.
Yeah. That's a good feeling. Yeah, I'm so over like all this winter stuff. Like I'm just bring on the warm weather, the good vibes.
I know. I was talking to Marshall. I was like, I can't wait to just go sit on his boat all day and fish with him and read my book.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite kind of day.
Yeah. What's your current read?
I'm reading The Woman by Kristen Hanna.
So we're both reading Kristen Hanna's.
I know. I got some FOMO because you and your mom were talking about it, and then a ton of people that I watch on like Book Talk. Two of these girls that I watch, they had both kind of around the same time finished that book, and I was like, okay, I'm having FOMO. But your mom was like, you need to read The Nightingale first.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, no, I'm just gonna read this one first, and
yeah,
I have no regrets, and I can't believe I didn't read her book sooner.
yeah.
Like it's
That's how
really
I'm feeling
good.
about The Four Winds. Like I'm like I should have done this so much sooner.
Yeah.
But
is that your first Kristen Hanna?
it is, yeah. Yeah, it is. Well, like I had started The Great Alone like last summer, but I lost the book. It ended up being in like the backseat of my car, like it fell under the seat or something. So
Take me.
yeah. So I couldn't find it. So yeah, so I hadn't gotten like a good chunk in, like probably like less than a quarter of the book.
Okay.
And so yeah, this is like my first read of hers.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying so far. I think like is yours fast paced?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like it's not like it builds right off the hop of like what's going on and who these people are.
And I've never cried more in my life reading a book before.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. And some of the stuff that she's like written, like I can't predict what's happening in this book.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
Well, I was reading The Four Winds at the Cottage. Oh, excuse me. I was reading The Four Winds at the Cottage, and like literally I would be like sitting in like the back corner of like the cottage in like this chair reading it, and like I would like start like crying to myself, and I was like I gotta put this down because if anyone like catches me slipping. So I would like put it down, and then I would like go sit at the table or whatever, and I would literally be like thinking about my book, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have an emotional outburst here. But yeah, like her books really do make you feel like emotions, like I feel like no one else's books do.
Yeah, totally. I've actually never cried this much reading a book, and I'm 100 pages in.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
You're like, you'll love a character, and then they're like, bye bye.
Oh, really? In that one? Yeah, this one like to like a different degree though, like a different kind of fashion. At least what I'm in right now. The characters that I love, I'm like, oh my god, please don't let anything happen to them.
Yeah.
So We'll see.
It's so unpredictable. I've never read a book before. Like usually when I read something, I'm like will have a general idea, but I'm like I have
Mm-hmm.
no idea where this is going
Yeah.
because so much has already happened. I'm like, what more? Like
Yeah.
I've already cried a couple times. Like what more is gonna happen? I was reading between my classes today at school, and same thing. I just started crying,
Yeah.
but I was like, I'm the least scary thing that this college has seen, so I'll just own it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
One thing about these girls, we love a good story, but
Mm-hmm.
with that too, I'm so uncultured when it comes to movies.
That you are.
Mm-hmm.
That you are. We were the other night we're sitting and we're watching a movie or whatever, and I don't know how it got brought up, but I was like, "Oh, Pretty Woman." I made like a joke, like maybe I like said something like "slippery little sucker," or like like a line that like if you've seen the movie you would know.
Yeah.
And she's just like blank, and I'm like, "What?" And then so, anyways, Brie like has never seen like any classic good movies. So we literally were so tired, but threw on Pretty Woman and probably were up to like what two just to finish like Pretty Woman or whatever. But now you can say you've seen Pretty Woman.
And I sobbed.
Yeah, she literally bawled her eyes out to Pretty Woman. And I was like, what's going on, right? But like, I told my mom that the next day. She was like, oh, did Brie like Pretty Woman? I was like, yeah, but she like bawled her eyes out. She's like, to Pretty Woman? And I was like, yeah, man. I'm like, it
Is
just,
that embarrassing?
I've never known anyone to cry during that movie. Like, it's like a rom com. Like, I feel
It's just so sad at the end because like they're so meant for each other, and then he's like, peace.
Yeah, but it's like a rom com. It's like any rom com where you know he's gonna be like, just like pull up and be like, oh my
I didn't
god,
know he was gonna come
JK.
back. I thought that was just it, and I was like, oh my god.
No. So we've started curating a list for Brie to watch some good classic movies. So if anybody has some good movies, give them a comment so we can
Mm-hmm.
write some down.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, very uncultured, this one. Very uncultured.
I started a letterbox account. So it's like this app where it's kind of like Goodreads but for
Okay.
movies. And I've been using that, and I've just like documented like some of my favorite movies I have watched. And
Mm.
then you can put like a to watch list on there too. So
Okay.
I've been using and abusing that.
Okay.
And like I've been trying to watch some movies at home when I have midterms right now, so I've kind of been focusing on that. But yeah, I watched a few. I found
So
some good
will it
ones.
like curate based off of like what you like movies that would be up your alley or
I think it will
interest?
give you suggestions, yeah.
Yeah.
But like you can search a movie and then it will give you like the cover and then you can give it like 5 stars, write a review or whatever, and then
Okay.
save it to your profile.
Yeah, so very
And
similar
then
to Goodreads.
yeah, and then you can make like I think you can like scroll through and
Okay.
get like suggestions.
That's cool.
Or like even just when you're flicking through, like when I opened the app the first time, it was literally just like big photos of like it was like the Titanic,
Okay.
and then you could like click on it to rate it or like swipe past, and then you could like save it to watch or like whatever. So
Nice.
yeah, it's kind of like
Okay.
Goodreads meets Tinder.
Yeah, for movies. Awesome.
So yeah, I'm on my movie grind lately.
Mhm.
But what's your favorite movie? Like number one.
Of all time, Dirty Dancing. I could watch it when I'm sad. I could watch it when I'm happy. I could watch it when I'm mad. Like if I was stranded on an island and could only watch one movie on repeat, it would be Dirty Dancing.
Really?
Yeah, it's my all-time favorite movie. It's just as like such a feel-good movie,
Yeah.
I find.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny, like I always tell this story when Dirty Dancing comes up, but it's been like a family favorite movie. Like my like everybody loves Dirty Dancing. And my aunt one time was babysitting me, and we were like in the basement playing Just Dance, and one of the Just Dances was like the classic like Dirty Dancing dance, right? So my aunt's like, "Hey, like we're gonna hit this lift," but like we did it. Remember when you were a kid, like you'd lie down like on all fours, and then like your friend like you'd put like your feet on their stomach, and then they like kind of like go like that,
Yeah.
right? So we're like, we're just gonna like sub out the standard lift for this little move, right? So we're like doing the dance, and then we go to do it, and like I just like overshot and whatever, and she's holding me and just dropped me, and there's like a glass coffee table behind us, and I literally just like land right on the coffee
What?
table. Yeah, because we
Did you
thought
need stitches?
no, it was totally fine, but
Oh
we
my
were just like, oh
goodness.
my god, and yeah, it was like a crazy dirty dancing fail.
Yeah,
So
that's insane.
but yeah, that's my all-time favorite movie.
It is a goodie. You showed me that movie too. Like
Yeah.
years, not years ago, but like a
A
while
couple
ago.
years ago. Yeah, I think we did we watch it at the cottage or something?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
something like that. Well, we're gonna have to put our movie watching aside because we've got a big party coming up this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday
Launch
night.
party.
So Friday night we're having like a little launch party.
Celebration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with like some family and like close friends. So and some people from the salon and stuff like that. So we're gonna do like drinks and apps, and
Mm-hmm.
we've got like a few little secret things planned. So that should be fun
Yeah.
too.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Just something fun to do. So
Mm-hmm.
it's so funny because we put like pink tie event on the invitations, and I've had like my friend Morgan. She's like, well, obviously you know Morgan. She'll be watching this, but she says to me, she's like, so like, should I be wearing like my pink blazer? And I'm
Yeah.
like, you
That's
don't
cute.
have to actually be dressed up in a pink tie. It's just for like,
That's so funny.
just for the
Just wear something pink if you want.
yeah.
Yeah, totes.
So we're gonna have
That's funny.
like a whole pink night, deck the restaurant out in pink.
Yeah.
Everyone be in their best pink. So, on that note, thanks so much, guys, for watching this episode. We really wanted this episode to just be about you guys getting to know us and who we are, and just
A little bit more unscripted.
yeah, exactly. So on that note, we are gonna start collecting more things of like what you guys want to see and
Yeah.
hear us gab about.
So make sure to follow us
Yeah.
on TikTok, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. And we would love to hear from you guys in the comments and like on our polls, on our stories and whatnot, so we can hear your stories, your dilemmas, your tea, all that jazz.
Yeah. And we'll see you back here Wednesday.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.